What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see behind me, your 89 themed RM250 build is completely done, and that means it's time to give it away. So in today's video, we've got a few things on the hit list. We need to talk about the complete lockout day, the last day you can get in on this RM250 build. We're also going to go ahead and award some of the Streamline levers that I promised you guys were the next giveaway. We will be picking a winner in today's video. And of course, as is with every single completed bike build, we're going to get up close and personal with it. We're going to check out all the parts, pieces, people who were involved, etc. And then I figured we would do something that I don't think I've done in a really long time with a bike reveal. We're going to go ahead and do the first start. Got to keep a boot around just in case. So first things first, before we get into the lever giveaway and get up close and personal with your bike, let's just get the boring stuff out of the way so we can move on. November 30th. That is the last day you can be a part of the RM250 bike build. Of course, there are going to be more bike builds that are a part of your monthly subscription. If you guys aren't a part of that, I'll briefly explain that in just a second as well. But that will be it for the RM250, November 30th. Full lockout. No more people in on it. That's it. You guys are going to be stoked when we pick the lever winner today too. You're going to see how many people you're in competition with, since mXrevival is really new still. It's only about 200 people, so your odds are like 1 in 200 on this bike. Pretty damn good. So the goal with the RM250 is to have it be a Christmas giveaway. I'm going to give it away in the month of December after November 30th lockout. So what happens then is that you guys will get an email from me. If you're a member, obviously you're on my mailing list. The live stream dates are going to go out. We'll do the live stream here on the YouTube channel. Dates will be enclosed in that email, etc. I still need to figure that date out. Obviously, Christmas time is a little bit crazy, but we'll get it done like always. Also, once we give away these Streamline levers in today's video, I will not be announcing a new MX parts giveaway for December. What I'll do instead is we will give the RM250 away, and then I'll have a couple runner-up prizes. So where I'm shorting you guys on one monthly prize, I will not only give the bike away, but I'll stack in 2 more. So I'll actually be giving away 1 more MX part prize service, whatever it's going to be, instead of just the one that I'm missing out on. So hopefully that's okay with you guys. All right, guys, sorry to be long-winded. What do you say we jump into your 04 RM250? Thing is so badass. And somewhere along the way, we will jump onto my computer, pull all the names for the Streamline lever giveaway, and I'll pick one of you guys as my lucky winner for the month of October. Good plan, let's do it. All right, guys, are you even ready for this? This is it. Seeing her all done for the very first time. Well, almost all done. I do owe you guys a bar pad. I want to figure that out. There really isn't anything that stands out as okay for this, in my opinion, right now. I'd love to find a blue and yellow one. We'll see how it goes. Other than that, I need to adjust your rear brake and throw the cotter pin in there, and she'll be dialed. Really, really happy with the way this bike came out. Does the color make sense yet? Does it make sense? Some of you guys on the fence about the Desert Sage, the primary cover. Does it make sense yet? I love it. All right, guys, so as you know, this 2004 RM250, one of the best ones they ever made, one of the last ones they ever made, has its whole entire look, motif, whatever you want to call it, inspired by the 1989 RM250, the Slingshot. Yellow and blue, DeCal Works, absolutely killed it on this kit. It is a spitting image, best you could, of a bone stock 89. No numbers, just the outlines, etc. with a little bit of modern touches, right? For all the awesome people, or some of the awesome people that help with these builds. Complete graphics kit from DeCal Works. They supplied every single piece of plastic, tip to tail. DeCal also came through with the custom seat cover. This is probably the first time I've done a colored seat in countless builds. I was very worried about competing blues. I knew I was going to have it in the fork tubes, the decals, the seat, the frame, etc. So that was the last piece of blue I wanted to put on here for sure. I'm glad we didn't do blue rims. That would have been yet another blue. Then you got some more blue and some of Luke's parts here, his cylinder head and gas cap. I think you get the point. I think if we'd have done any more blue, we would have probably blown it on this one. Either way, DeCal Works, you guys did a phenomenal job as always. This is just a very 89 through and through. And not only that, you guys know that all your bikes come with a matching Polysport folding flip stand. I call it the wet floor sign. Walk into a fast food joint, you got to walk around one of those things. You got the matching decals on it. DeCal Works, thank you guys so much for everything. Now the next big deal on here is going to be coatings, right? You guys know Dean over at Fast Blast handles all the coatings. Cerakote concrete, probably my favorite Suzuki color. ever. Looks amazing. We've got it in your clamps. We've got it in your brakes. We've got it in your hubs. He did a heat treatment on your radiators. They're all blacked out. A very vintage look to me, in my opinion. That's why they're black. Of course, he's got an RAL number for you guys. If you want your frame done in this color, just hit him up. Also, the swing arm and the subframe. This is, oh, I'm gonna screw it up. I wanna say it's Porsche silver. I think we used to use BMW silver, something that looks like vapor blasting, but it isn't. So I'm pretty sure it's Porsche silver. Some more Cerakote concrete on your brakes. And we did a full-on monotone. We did the masters and the lids. Of course, I already showed you the front caliper, but in a monotone, I think it's more old school. Now, another major player and someone I got to work with exclusively on this build, which was the first time we worked so much together in terms of contact and support, Rocky Mountain killed it on this bike. They put every bearing in this chassis. They put every cable on this chassis. They have all their titanium bolts on your bike. You got the chain adjusters there, the banjo bolts inside your calipers, rotor bolts, the sprocket bolts. Those are all titanium, and those are all Tusk. It's actually something they came out with recently that I think is absolutely amazing. They're very light. A little dash of color in this build, yet some more blue. And they're also affordable too, so you're not gonna break the bank with that particular brand of titanium. OEM engine parts, all the bearings in the linkage, all the bearings in the swing arm. They just came through with so much stuff, and I'm forgetting a ton of it, but Rocky, I really had a great time working with you guys. Awesome to be part of the alliance with you. Now I'm gonna try to keep this train on the track because there are so many awesome people involved. Went ahead and bought you guys one of these Ride Engineering one-piece bar mounts. Really awesome. Of course, you get the 1 1/8" bars. Those are actually the Tusk Chubb bar, but Dean shot them in silver because they look way more old school. So brand new bars from Rocky, brand new kill switch and grips from Rocky, etc., etc., etc. Pretty hard to miss the suspension. Weston and the crew at RG3 Factory knocked these out of the park. This was another one of those blues. I was hoping it was going to be good on this build where it's not too far out there. They did such a great job. You just never know. Of course, unlike the fork tubes, the shock body is a rough cast and they don't take anodizing very well. Maybe black, like you can get them really, really black, but colors doesn't really vibe too great on this type of a shock body. So Dean at Fast Blast actually took this shock body, sandblasted it with something really rough. The rougher the media, the darker the alloy is going to get, or the metal, and then he shot a clear coat over it. So that's literally just a raw body with clear coat on it. And to me that looks very old school and very factory old school, especially with the RG3 logo in this color. It's like an old school kit shock or something. On that note, I actually had DeCal Works print me up a set of these also. I wanted to get the old school stickers on the forks as well. The other ones up there now are cool, but they're a little modern, and I think that the older orange RG3 logo is a little bit more fitting. Moving down to the bottom of the forks, black lugs. Looks really, really cool. I should probably pull that red plug out of there. That's for zinc. Black ano on that shock clevis. Weston crew just absolutely killed it. Zinc plating on the collars. As always, you guys are getting used to that. Polished up the clicker assembly here. Thing is damn near a mirror finish. Really impressed with the work you guys are doing, Weston. Thank you guys so much. Can't wait for the next one. Now, I brought this little guy up in almost every video for this thing. All my notes there. This was the prototype two-stroke specific RM250 Pro Pack for Bolt. As you can see, a little primitive. We've got like a logo taped to the front of this thing, or a photo rather. And so I've been taking notes. This entire chassis is loaded with everything they sent me, save for like, you know, the Tusk titanium parts that would have come in here also, sprocket bolts, etc. So this kit has been absolutely phenomenal. These are all my notes on what was cool, something I thought maybe they could add. Either way, look at what's left over. There's so much stuff in here still. That kit came with all the fork guard bolts, the lower axle pinch bolts, the pinch bolts and the clamps, lower and upper. Special bolts like this for the rear master cylinder, those are in the kit as well. Subframe bolts in the kit. Some of the two-stroke Pro Packs even come with the chain adjusters in them. A lot of the Pro Packs do. All the bodywork fasteners were in there, and that would include, say, the bolt, which I always ask for a special dished head kit. I don't know if they're going to come like that. Thank you, Dave and crew, for doing that for me. But it also includes all the little aluminum crush washers back here, proper depth for the plastic, the steel type here, all those fasteners everywhere. You guys get the point. This kit is amazing. Special fasteners, a square captive hardware type in the rear to hold the fender to the subframe, number plate, front fender, all of it. Every bolt for this bike is in that kit and then some. Bolt also sent one of their engine fastener kits. That's basically a $40 kit that has every single bolt that holds the entire engine together. You guys know those are my favorite. They also sent me some large drilled washers and some small drilled washers, so I used those where I thought they fit. Of course, on the topic of hardware, you guys know I zinc the crap out of everything, so this was the original axle. This nut and washer actually came in that bolt kit too, which is amazing. All of the linkage bolts and nuts, all fresh zinc. Everything looks so freaking good. All fresh zinc here, pivot. Another fresh zinc bolt here, that's a pivot. All the hardware in the frame, holding the engine into the frame down there, up above as well, you can't see it. Front axle, all fresh zinc. Shock upper and lower bolts, subframe bolt, you guys get the drill. All fresh zinc. The smallest washer in this bike is redone. Oh look, there's some more. The pins in your brakes, the cap in your brakes, all fresh zinc. Another guy who graces every build, Josh from 3DP Moto. Love your brake line guides. These are absolutely amazing. You guys always hear me rave about how they're flexible. You're not gonna break them. They're not that ugly white color. And he can even personalize them if you want. No name or number up here, but his guides are always on these builds. Now, of course, if you guys watched the KX250 reveal video last weekend, you know exactly how these controls got so gorgeous. My buddy Trevor did all the controls, brushed them with Cameron's Pryme MX pads. Again, coarse, then fine, gets all the dents out of them. You have an awesome brushed look, and we would finish them up with SOS pads. So that's what brings on the final brightness. He did that to all the controls, the linkage knuckle, the linkage arm, all that stuff. Been a rough couple weeks without him in the shop. Kid was awesome. All the little teardrops for the exhaust. He just hit all the little controls, the head stays. Such a great kid. Here's something else he did for me too. I had this leftover brake pedal tip from an old YZ250 hammerhead shifter, and he went ahead and drilled and tapped this OEM Suzuki pedal, because those are really, really hard to get, and got a nice fat tip on this bad boy with new cleats in it, so that was really cool. My man had the eye for details for sure. Look at these freaking bastards. Look how big those are. Fastway foot pegs. Massive. They're huge. They're like the biggest pegs I've ever seen. Look at that thing. Got the F7 cleat in them, nice and sharp. Just as sharp as a tie peg, if not worse. Can actually change those out to more of a style like this hammerhead tip if you'd like. So that's an option for you guys, higher and lower. Got all fresh zinced pins and springs in there. Of course, the silver billet looks amazing on this particular build. Danny, I appreciate everything you do for me. Let's jump into the wheels real quick. Obviously, got a nice sharp set of Dunlop MX34s on there with the elusive Dunlop tire stickers. Huge thanks to one of my MXR monthly members, Michael, for donating these hubs. He had a spare set lying around. Dean refinished them in the Cerakote concrete. You guys can see by that logo inside there that Dubya completely rebuilt these wheels around the refinished hubs. They did silver, silver, and silver as far as the color combo goes. They also replaced the axle tube, the bearings, and the seals. Aside from all the other cool stuff going on here, I had my 06 RM250 OEM rotors. I've been hanging on to those forever and ever and ever. Didn't know when I was going to use them. Trevor vapor blasted them, and the reason I'm stoked on these is because they look old. You can't get them anymore either. They're super rare, so I'm excited for one of you guys to end up with them. Of course, the Tusk titanium in this side and the Tusk titanium in this side here as well. We'll get to this side in a minute. You guys know how I do it. Same up front. You got the 06 RM250 rotor, super old looking. It's actually a floater, vapor blasted up, looks better than brand new, and looks super old school. Now, something about these wheels too that's awesome and unique. The spacers. I don't know if you guys have been enjoying the TikTok channel, but the spacers I also did not have and also could not get. All Balls makes brand new spacers for these old ass bikes. What's even cooler is that they're anodized in black. They fit perfectly. And the inside of these spacers, which blew my mind, actually has a recessed O-ring seal. So water, whatever, cannot get inside of your axle tube. Great product, not expensive. and they look perfect in there. So good job, all balls. All right, I'm not gonna make you guys suffer any longer. Let's go ahead and talk about your killer controls, both your brake lever and your whole entire clutch assembly over here. Again, this is today's MX parts giveaway, so we're gonna check out some of the features on these, and then we'll go pick a lucky winner on my computer. So the standout feature on these, of course, is gonna be that they flex out of the way if you're to fall, which is great. They also have a really cool set screw in there. Makes the adjustability almost infinite. I could definitely adjust this further out than I personally would like. The main body in there is actually billet, which is really cool. And something I liked, it's just an aesthetic thing. A lot of clutch setups will come with this boot, right, on your clutch side only. I love that it came with this boot or this dust cover on the brake side as well. There's something aesthetically pleasing about it, seeing those on both sides. Over here on the clutch side, again, more billet. Of course, this sucker folds out of the way. The entire perch on this guy, black anodized billet as well, very nice. A freaking gigantic thumb dial that locks for clutch adjustments. And it's just a really, really nice piece. It's a more modernized control, of course, but I also thought they look kind of old school, so I was pretty pumped to get these on your bike, and I'm even more pumped to go pick a winner with you right now, so let's do it. All right, let's jump in here. First things first, let's jump into our active subscriptions. We have 204 members currently. This entire list has been exported to a sheet for you guys for the month of October. You will see that we have, as always, in some cases, some duplicate members. 3, 2, 2, 2, 2. A couple of you guys have multiple memberships. Thank you so much. Real quick, if you're new, this is your first time seeing this, 15 bucks a month. You're supporting the shop. I'm giving away parts every month, and when the bikes are done, I'm giving away the bikes. That's what this is all about. So we take this entire list here. Well, first of all, I'll show you that I put the duplicates down below. And I try not to ever cut or edit this section of the video, so if it's painful, bear with me. We got this group here, and they are also down at the bottom. Here we go. So Michael had 3, so there's his second and third, and everybody else had 2. So Anthony, Ethan, Corey, David, Wayne, and John. So you guys are all down here for your second time. Total is 205. As you remember, we have over here 204. On this sheet, again, go to the top of this spreadsheet. In total, the first spot is taken by subscription name, customer name, subscription. So that's why we are 205 instead of 204 down here. You guys have seen that so many times. You're probably getting sick of it, but I feel like it's important. Let's go ahead and copy the list. Copy. Take it over to our random name picker. Camera's kind of getting heavy today. Paste. There you go. Do a shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this is for the Streamline control set, the clutch setup and the brake setup. Comes in a kit. Who's it going to be? Random pick. Nice. Michael Nielsen. Dude, congratulations. Thank you so much for being a part of what I'm doing. It means the world to me. Without you guys, there's no point in doing any of this. Now we'll go ahead and copy that. This is something I've been doing as a backup. And I just go ahead and paste it on a sheet. So there's the link that takes me right back to that point. And I'll also go ahead and copy the name and paste that on there as well. So Mike, I'll hit you up via email. Everyone give Mike props. Lucky winner for this month. So they got a couple other colors too, Mike, but the silver were my favorite. We'll see what you end up liking. Should have you covered for whatever it is you're riding. The clutch side's pretty universal. The brake side really only come with Nissan on most bikes, unless you're a Brembo guy, but we'll get you dialed. Look at that. All black billet with hardware. Huge thanks to the boys at Streamline as well for being a part of this. Really appreciate that. And one more addition from Streamline. I went ahead and copped you guys some steel braided brake lines in silver because I think it's old school from them as well. They make really awesome brake lines. Now inside your brakes, you've got brand new piston seal kits, brand new pistons, brand new brake pads, zinc coatings, vapor blasting throughout the entire hanger, front and rear. Those are actually rebuild kits from Tusk as well. They've come out with just about every stinking thing you could possibly imagine. Now while we're back here, I'm going to show you guys one of my favorite parts of the build. And I know it might sound silly because it's just an axle block, but Johnny over at 2SM and I got together a couple years ago Got some dimensions for an issue I had with these RM250s, wherein the axle's 22 millimeter, but the 22 millimeter portion doesn't really come out of the swing arm. So you'd always have a second block that was very loose on the threaded portion. Johnny came up with a fix. I'm gonna leave you guys a link next to him below in the description so you can check out a video that explains it really well. Not only are they gorgeous, but they solve a massive problem that every single RM owner has. So check that out when you get some free time. Thanks for sending another set of blocks, Johnny. Absolutely beautiful. Now before we flip this baby around and get into the engine and all that other stuff, there are a few little loose ends here. Seats, brand new seat, hard as a rock. I absolutely love it. I found this on eBay because no one's making seats for these anymore. So the company was called Psychic, and maybe there's some other people out there doing it, but look at the fit on this. It is exactly the same as the OEM seat on the bottom with the little wing that goes down right about here to keep water out of your air filter. The hooks were in the perfect spot. The base is black. The mounts were detachable with 10 millimeter nuts. Everything fit perfectly. And so all I had to do was deconstruct the old cover it came with and throw this DeCal Works cover on. So I love it. Nothing makes me happier than a hard seat. I hate a sacked out seat. It drives me nuts. Got some anchor tape here. Actually had to trim it myself. I think I got it for the wrong bike. Don't tell anyone. Corey makes amazing frame tape. I love the colors and they fit really great. I've got it on most of my personal bikes. And let's go ahead and talk about it. The nickel pipe from FMF. To me, nothing screams old school quite like a nickel pipe. So freaking badass on this build. Donnie, thank you so much for taking a chance on mXrevival. We've never gotten to work together before. This is the finished product. I hope you like it. Everyone at FMF does as well. Really excited to work with you guys. Awesome pipe. Been running these since I was a kid, to be honest. Little joiner from Bolt Motorcycle Hardware right there. Don't spend 40 bucks on an OEM one. And then we got the shorty in the back here. This sucker is going to freaking bark. And we're gonna hear it in today's video. All right, it's time to give her a spin so we can talk about everything on the other side. Look at your freaking motorcycle, guys. If you remember episode 1, this thing was blown up and in a million pieces in bins. A lot of stuff missing. Nothing more satisfying than doing this to a bike. And probably the coolest thing in the world that I've been able to make a career, so to speak, and I can't wait to see where else it goes, out of building bikes with amazing people to give to you amazing people who support me. This is like unbelievable. It sure as hell beats breathing drywall dust on the job site. You guys can literally be anything you want to be. Now I think we've been through the wheels and the suspension, the body, some coatings, seat. Oh, that's a brand new OEM airbox. You probably remember that. New boot, new box, new filter, new flap. Just a really nice piece. We've been through the coatings on the swing arm, the bearings in the chassis, the foot pegs, the axle blocks. We've got another part from Rocky Mountain here. They have a brand called Primary Drive, sprockets and chain. Not only is the chain a killer gold color, but I've used these before. They don't fade too bad. It's a 520 from Japan, so it's not like a weird Chinese sort of deal. And then their aluminum sprocket looks to me very, very vintage. I love the deep cuts in the teeth there. It's got Renthal vibes, but it looks even older. The holes are a little bit smaller. Their titanium looks really good in it as well. Just little hints of color. New OEM guide, Bolt Motorcycle Hardware Pro Pack fasteners, new slider. You guys know I hate leaving people behind, so I'm doing my best to go over everything and just double check that I haven't missed anyone. Got some more brushed controls from Trev, absolutely amazing. Did the case saver as well. We've got the Moto Tassinari V3. I bought that from Rocky Mountain. And underneath there, peeking out in blue, a gorgeous Phathead cylinder head. Damn it, Luke, I wish we could see more of this sucker. Fine, we'll have to go look at your other giveaway bike. This one's coming up next. There's a Phathead. A nice bright red one. So you guys can see there around the spark plug base, that's silver, that's the dome that you can actually pop out, swap to a different volume, different compression, etc. Run different fuel, like I said. There are bikes everywhere right now, guys. These 4 are going to Dirt Bike Magazine. Oh, a little 26 YZ450 there. Merry Christmas to me. Anthony's KX250. Anyways, sorry about that, I got a little sidetracked. Where was I? Oh yes, the engine. So feeding this sucker, we've got one of the brand new Lectron Buildtron Pros with the new torque jet circuit. This one also has the accelerator metering rod in it. Really cool technology. This one actually has the TPS connector as well. So if you have a bike with TPS and you don't want your connector dangling. You can pick one of these up from them. This is easily the best Lectron revision that's ever been out. It's got tons of low-end torque. That's kind of where they used to suffer. Not this one. This thing absolutely rips. So Brooks and Brooks, yes, there's two Brooks, and Hunter, thank you guys so much for being a part of all the mXrevival builds. I really appreciate your support. And you do have an amazing product that works really well. Not to mention, looks perfect inside this old girl. Moving into the engine, PowerSeal actually redid the Nicosil and the cylinder. Chris at PowerSeal actually let me know that the thing had been repaired so many times in the past. This was a used bike to begin with, obviously, from God knows where. They actually couldn't restore the bore down to 66 point whatever it was. So he let me know there's a special 67 millimeter Wiseco piston. So that's what's inside of it. Matches the bore. I actually had to clearance your exhaust valve just a little bit, so everything's nice and tight. You have Nicosil and not a sleeve. Got some black zinc on these special caps here, more Cerakote concrete with some brushed logos from Dean. Went ahead and did your studs in a Cerakote black. Cases and cylinder are vapor blasted, just as bright as I could get them for you. Now internally, you've got the OEM crankshaft with a brand new Japanese Pro X rod. As far as the transmission goes inside, I sent that off to CryoHeat. What they do is cryogenically treat and harden and add durability into every gear, every shaft, the shift forks, the drum. And then when they're all done doing that, they micro polish everything. So reduced friction equals more power, less heat, shifts slicker than snot, transmission is way more durable than stock, and it's too bad my friends at Rekluse don't make a cover for the RM250. Some more Cerakote concrete with that desert sage. You're gonna just have to like it. Sorry guys. But Rekluse sent one of their amazing torque drive manual clutch packs. It's got more fibers and more steels than stock, so these things really hook up. Get a ton more traction out of them. And if you haven't seen them, they have all these little steel inserts that go inside of the clutch basket and keep the fibers from whacking the clutch basket and digging or notching into it. So really ingenious. Huge thanks to my friends at the Spider Factory. OEM crank bearings, OEM transmission bearings. Everything is just so freaking fresh. And I am doing my best to make sure I'm not forgetting anyone. This thing, absolutely beautiful. The build team knocked it out of the park. Such an honor to be able to do this for you guys. Cannot wait to send this home with somebody. Guys, I think that's it. There's just one thing left to do. We gotta fill that bowl. Here goes a little Lectron tradition. Guys, it's time to start this sucker. So we will lift the choke, and there's a little trick on the first time you've ever started these Lectrons. You take the vent lines in the back, you plug 3 of them, and you blow a little air into the 4th. It shoots some fuel up and into the intake here. Usually fires right away. Otherwise, you might find yourself kicking a little bit longer if you're just doing it from a never been started position like this before. Another little trick before the first start here, we've got to wrap the foot peg. And I'll tell you while we're doing this in a second. Some of you probably already know. Get a little piece of tape for the kicker here, all brushed up. Get a little more than that. It doesn't have to be pretty. We just want to keep the boot from rubbing on it. Give yourself a courtesy tail there. Fold the end over so you can actually get it off easy. That's what she said. Now this is padded here because when this goes down for the first time, oh, she's got some compression, boys, and it strikes the foot peg, we don't beat the crap out of this. That's gonna be for one of you guys to do, not me. All right, guys, let's do it. I don't have the fan on right now. I want you to be able to hear it. All right, I primed the carb a little bit, like I said. All right. Oh, it's got some compression. Check all my strike points real quick. Make sure I'm not killing your bike. Give her another little BJ. Gotta get underneath this sucker. Oi, kinda sucks with broken ribs. Oh, tender. What do they do on Marketplace? It's cold. I should have started by now. May have fouled the plug. Oh yeah, I can smell some raw fuel. Probably blew a little too much fuel in there. Let's check the plug. One thing about rich spark plugs is that when the plugs are new like this, sometimes you can't even see the fuel. Let's have a gander. Oh yeah, it stinks. Doesn't seem too wet though. Again, it's hard to tell when the plugs are new. So you can brake clean them and then give them a little compressed air to get that out. At that point, they will undoubtedly be completely bone dry. We will persevere. One more plug cleaning. It's just the way it goes sometimes. She's gonna go, bud. Oh, there we go. Little fat in there. Oh, it smells good. Basically, I blew too much damn fuel in there when I was under the bike. And between, this is the third time I'm pulling the plug, I'm flushing the cylinder out, so to speak, venting it out. Kick it about 30 times. Oh, it smells good, that little bit of exhaust. But the plug's been wet every time. Yep. I don't know if you guys can see that little dash of fluid on the top there. So, that's our problem right now. I got a little excited. Brake clean. What doesn't it do? Vent it out. I could tell when it tried to fire, or the sensation I had through the throttle was, open the throttle more, and I let off of it. Got that boot on there? Let's make it happen. This is the one. Oh. All right, still getting wet plugs out of there. This one's clean. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Sucker was pretty flooded. I'm gonna go turn the fan on. So freaking crisp. It's not even broken in. Yeah, dude. It's alive. Guys, hell yes. That's your bike. I got a little excited, flooded the bike. Anyways, that's how you fix your bike if it's flooded. Next step would have been to check spark if we had some problems, but that was already verified. It's not even broken in. That was the first heat cycle. I ran it for 10 minutes. I'll do that 2 more times before it goes home with one of you guys. It's already so freaking crisp. Purrs like a kitten. I don't normally let 2 strokes idle, but I was messing with the idle screw, and sure enough, it just sat there and 2-stroked away. It's freaking beautiful too. Guys, this is exciting. This is the very first mXrevival monthly giveaway, period, ever. So I'm pumped. Thank you so much to all the amazing people, friends, and companies that help out with these builds. Cannot happen without you. Thank you even more, tenfold more, to you guys watching that enter these and keep me going. You are the secret sauce to everything. Now we'll go ahead and close this one out. Huge congratulations to Michael on your Streamline lever combo. I'll reach out to you. Everybody else, you heard the plan at the top of the video. You have until the last day of November 2025, which would be November 30th, to get signed up to mXrevival Monthly. This is going to be such a cool giveaway. If you guys have been around mXrevival long enough, you already know that it's fun. You already know that there's a special Dirt Bike Magazine article waiting for you when this is all complete, and I get it down to SoCal, and if you want to be there, you can, and we can ride it together if you want them to ride it, but either way, the whole wheelhouse is just a really good time. So again, thank you to each and every single one of you guys for watching these videos, for being a part of these builds, for helping me build my dream life. It's pretty unreal. Nothing like starting a bike for the first time, right? So guys, thanks again for watching. I really appreciate the time you take out of your day to be a part of these videos. I don't really think I have anything else to say. I'm just pumped on your bike. So until next time, I'll leave some links below for you. Get signed up to mXrevival Monthly. Check out the 450 raffle. There's a free pit bike giveaway. Cameron Nemela CR125 donation-based giveaways. There's all kinds of cool stuff. Your CR250 is upcoming. mXrevival Monthly CR250. Last thing I got to say, I'm taking all the beautiful 2-strokes that you saw earlier that are all complete down to Dirt Bike Magazine. Get those all photographed, articles, etc. Maybe a little ride test for the CR500. So I will have an off week next week. Probably no video for you guys. So I'll try that again. Until next time, shred safe, and I will see you guys soon. It means the world to me.